Hello. Welcome to the very first episode of Artist Connection, where we connect artists with very similar interests so that we can discuss topics that, we can all discuss that we have similar interests in and stuff. We have two co-hosts joining us today. Just give me a minute. We have two co-hosts joining us today. Unfortunately, I don't think one of them couldn't make it. But it's okay, because the show must go on. So I'm not tripping about that. Yeah, so we're going to ask each other things and stuff and things. I've never done these before, okay? I've never done this before. So you guys are going to have to, bear with me. As soon as they join in, because I am live, and let's see. Do. Hello, we have the first co-host that's joined alive. We're just waiting on the second one, and then we will get started. You can hit the button if you want to, so that I'll already have your request so that I could just bring you up. And then we will, as soon as Jerusalem will join us, then we will really get this started. Just give me a second. I did invite the second co-host to see where he's at. So I'm inviting him in right now.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Thank you for joining.
Of course. I'm just going to see if I can find a solid setup. I'm probably going to have to plug this in later anyway, so oh well.
No, you're good. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to Artist Connect. We have another co-host that's supposed to be joining us. I don't know where he's at yet, but I did tell him to join the live.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are going to ask, several questions, especially when it comes down to, our own spirituality and things like that. Hey, Jerusalem, hit the request button so that I can bring you up, bro. He's right there. He just joined us. But yeah, as soon as he comes up, we'll get everything started, okay?
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, and just remember, this is not just like an interview where, I sit there and I ask questions and you just answer them and tell me about your life. It's like we could all ask each other questions. You know what I mean? You can ask me questions.
Yeah, I've never done a group Instagram live, so.
Don't worry, because neither have I. So we're both in this together. Jerusalem, you gotta hit the request button so that you gotta hit the request to join button so that I can bring you up, bro. Yeah, all we gotta do is wait for him, and then like I said, we'll get this thing started. So, I do got a few questions of my own. I don't know if you have any questions or if you just want to bring anything up. Okay, he's joining us right now. All right, so he's joining us now. He'll be up here in a second. Still trying to find a place to put your phone?
Yeah.
That's fine. Jerusalem.
Yo.
What's good, bro?
What's going on?
I'm fine. Where you at? Okay, there you go.
I'm here. I'm just, I wasn't in the camera.
You good, bro. You good. All right, I want y'all to first, formally meet each other. Jerusalem, this is Bree. Bree, this is Jerusalem.
Hi.
What's up, Bree?
So, I want so I want to welcome both of you guys. So first, I do want to start off with the very first question, and then we'll just go around the, chat room and ask. So, I do want to ask you guys, when did you guys realize, what turned you away from religion and made you guys want to go towards spirituality? So I'm going to start with Brie.
I'm gonna answer that question second.
Okay. All right, Jerusalem. So I'm gonna ask you first.
Oh, you just throw me on the spot, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, shout out to
Go ahead.
my aunt and my cousin. What's up, people? So, what turned me on? I can't really say as much because I feel that spirituality is a sort of religion, in its own sense. Because
Right.
the point of a religion is to religion, if you're thinking of the English, the etymology of the words and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, spirituality is kind of its own religion in a sense. I mean, so I know some people don't
Right.
really think about it that way, but what really brought me to that point was after my uncle had passed away, and I had some interesting experiences like within that week, 2 weeks before we sent him back to New York to bury him. But yeah, that's kind of what really started was my uncle's passing.
Okay. So Bree, you want to go? Are you ready?
Hi. You know, I my path to spirituality, or my path through spirituality, really actually strengthened my relationship with religion. Um, I can relate to every religion now. I can comfortably walk into a church of any religion and feel fine, because of going through a path of spirituality.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'd say like that's what's up, Bree. You know what I mean? Like, and I definitely agree with you when you said that, you can go into any religious church or anything like that because, I guess like maybe it's a feeling of oneness because you
Right.
realize that we're all, that we're all one at the end of the day. You know,
Hmm.
of course, traditional religions, they try to make it seem like, one is better than the other. But from what I've seen, I don't think God or the universe or whatever, I don't think that they choose favorites. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think so at all. I think we choose favorites, and that's on us.
Right.
Pretty much.
Exactly. Exactly. So,
Yeah,
I do,
pretty
I
much.
do want to, I do want to say that for me to answer my own question, what made me walk away, I guess, from traditional religion like Christianity and becoming more, in tune with my spirituality is the fact that, I guess as a kid, I didn't connect to it as much as everybody else did, the traditional route. And then like I had a lot of questions from my pastor that they couldn't answer.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you're not raised on Christianity and things like that, like what happens? And some of them will arrogantly say like, they'll still go to hell because God is gonna show them, some type of opportunity. But I'm like, there's several countries where they don't have that opportunity. You know what I mean?
All right.
To convert into, to convert into Christianity, things like that. And and some countries don't have the freedom to convert into Christianity or convert into
Right.
Islam or they don't have that freedom. They have to do whatever the government tells them to do. So
Exactly.
you have to realize some people cannot quote unquote follow Jesus or like be saved by Jesus because they don't have that option. You know what I'm saying?
That's why that part of religion is inconsistent. Just like the inconsistencies in anything that a person with an agenda is trying to push versus like actual truth.
Right.
Actual truth doesn't necessarily have inconsistencies. It just is.
Right.
And
Exactly.
where
Exactly.
where there are inconsistencies is where obviously not all the dots connect, not everything aligns. And it's really just the path of like few and not the many.
Right. Exactly. And that's definitely it. So like, do you guys believe in like indigos or starseeds or anything like that? Or what do y'all think?
Yeah. I do believe in indigos or star seeds. Here's the thing. I believe people that believe that they are that then they are that. My whole thing is, if you believe that you are something in particular, then that's what you are. If you believe you can do something, then you can do it. If you believe you can't do it, then you can't do it because you believe you can't. It's all in what you believe. Like it's not gonna work the same if like someone thinks, oh, I believe I can fly. That's not gonna work off rip because of physicality and because we're stuck in these particular avatars that don't have that ability. But essentially, like in the spirit realm or in the astral realm, you can. You know, so it's all in your own actual belief. You feel me? If you believe in hell and you believe you're gonna go to hell when you die, then that's probably where you're gonna end up because you have that negative emotion. It's attaching itself to your soul. So, you know, it's all in really what people, if you have that strong belief, then that's what's gonna happen to you.
Okay. Yes, and I definitely agree with that. That's that. I guess I don't want to say karmic energy, but I would say like there's a certain type of energy that, like you said, if it's high vibrational, low vibrational, it definitely attaches to you and it follows you in the afterlife. And then that same energy. So no, I will call it karmic energy. That same energy will follow you into the next life, until but at the same time, it's not evil. It's just a lesson.
It's just what frequency that you are. It's not even necessarily
Exactly.
attached to you. It's just what you are.
Okay.
And that's what's chosen. That frequency is chosen, and that if energy cannot be created or destroyed, then you just continue in that frequency with whatever that looks like. I guess in some idea of an afterlife. There's on Netflix called Lucifer that I love. I actually love any shows that are regarding religion or spirituality. I watch them all because it's so interesting to see different people's creative input on such things. But in this show, Lucifer, these people that are in hell live in a hell loop, which I think a lot of humans already do anyway. But these people are living in a hell loop, and they have to forgive themselves. They have to let go of their guilt and their shame in order to move on. So basically, they just have to change their frequency. And
wow,
and change of that frequency.
Crazy.
If you change your frequency, then that is what is. If you change your frequency from having to work for money to money shows up for you, then that is what is.
Yes, correct. Definitely correct. Wow, that's crazy. And it's called Lucifer?
Lucifer, yeah. Yeah,
wow.
It's very, very corny. I don't think it was until the maybe the end of the second or even the third season before it really got into religion, and I loved it. I loved when it really got into the core of religion and this idea of archangels and God and all of these things. First two seasons kind of like love story, blah blah blah. I got to get through it. It's very.
So my question to you would be: is the first and however much of the second season integral to seeing or understanding the rest, like the end of the third season or the beginning of the third season when it starts to go into religion? Like, do you have to watch the first two seasons?
No, not necessarily. And I can't really remember how much into it was, but no, not necessarily, because it's really just a love story introducing the devil and him loving a human. Very, very easy to catch on to later on in the season.
Wow.
Plus there's like recaps, at the beginning.
Right.
It gives you a little synopsis.
I have to watch the football game. We could just get the
highlights. Watch the highlights, exactly.
Yes, definitely. Another thing I do want to ask, do y'all really think that diet plays a role in your frequency?
That what?
Diet, what you put in your body plays a role in your frequency.
I do. I personally do. I mean, because if there's certain things that you definitely shouldn't fit into your body. But I mean, Uh, but it's also hard to say because my aunt, she often has like real life premonitions and shit. Like she'll straight up tell me this is about to happen or something's about to happen or something of that ilk, and that shit will happen like a week later or like a couple days
What?
later. And yeah, it's weird. And my diet and her diet are completely different. I'm plant-based vegan, and she eats pretty much whatever she feels like she wants to eat. So I mean,
Like
so
chips and soda, alcohol, cigarettes, or what?
no, she don't know what she does not do alcohol. She's not big on alcohol. That's one thing I can say. She's very big on in her belief in God and Christianity and whatnot. And I mean, I was raised Catholic, so like that God is the religion is a big part of my family, but I steered away from it because I don't care for Catholicism and their past. But her belief in herself and what she knows, I think it really helps in driving forward. Exactly like her frequency, her premonitions that she has. And I don't know, it's interesting to see, especially when it's spot on. Like sometimes she's not, she's not on point, but when she is, that should be spot on. It always throws me off.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
diet has a lot to do with it too. I actually went from being I guess the best way to explain it would be completely like raw vegan based, like only eating fruits and vegetables and nuts and not like anything boxed or canned or bagged or cooked. Um, and that was a whole different ball game, and that actually got to be too overwhelming to like either I'm gonna get like ripped into the frequency of the Mayans or I'm gonna finish out my life as a human. I'm gonna go eat a cheeseburger, and I had to make myself start eating food again, which was very difficult. I remember the first cheeseburger I had, I took one bite, I threw it on the ground, and I was like, this is fucking horrible. Like, why do I think I'm going to be able to do this? So then I went to pizza instead. It was a little bit easier. But huge difference from just being like, being astral traveling every day on the spot to being way more grounded in my body and in my emotions and my thoughts and what's happening for me, and not necessarily being like this whole big, oh my God, I can feel and understand everything that's going on around me. It's been very helpful for my sanity, I must say. Having a cheeseburger every once in a while, I thank God for it.
No,
Yeah,
definitely
I
agree.
I I found my way around the cheeseburger. Yeah, I had to try to find a way because I was when I first started, I was working in a barbecue place. So that
Oh,
was when I first started my journey. So that was fun every day. The people come up,
yeah.
they ask me, "What's the best thing to eat?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't eat meat." "Why are you working in this barbecue place?" "Because they pay me
Because
money."
when life hands,
I'm sorry. Say that again, Bree.
I said, when life hands you lemons, you cook people barbecue food.
Exactly. Uh,
I'm thinking a question about diet.
Hey, Snap. Hey,
you
bro, you're
there?
gonna have to join my live since you're calling me in the middle of my live. All right, bye. Hello?
You're gonna answer a phone call while you're on Instagram? Wow, technology. I don't do this
I'm
shit.
sorry about that, y'all. Hold on, give me a second.
Uh, you here? You there? You
Yeah, I'm
back?
here. It's just my Bluetooth is messing up.
Ah,
See, he thought it was 7 too.
Okay, we got the fourth we actually have the fourth co-host joining. Actually, just give me a second.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because
Oh,
she thought it was 7 o'clock. I told her it was 6.
Hey,
Hey, Snap, what's going on?
You did
hey,
tell me it
my
was
bad. Hey, my
You good?
bad, man. It's been crazy. Hold on. What's happening, everybody? How y'all doing?
what's
This
going
is what
on,
happens
fam?
on a live. We don't even know what time it is.
Man,
Yeah, I said 6 o'clock 4-5 times. And,
he put a bunch of posts.
right. Jerusalem, the only one that was like, yo, I'm joining live at 6 o'clock.
Man,
It's cool.
man.
It's cool. At least everybody here, so I'm not gonna, punish you guys for that.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, I was 20 minutes late, but I was almost on time.
You good, bro. You good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when it comes down to it, the
Yeah.
reason why I get
Hey.
angry about stuff like this is because I've had a time where I had a co-host didn't show up. Like, legit didn't show up. So, I've had experiences where people called out on me at the last minute, things like that. So, like, I was like, please don't be. This is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But thankfully everybody is here. We was just discussing if you just coming into the conversation. So we were just discussing diet and how that affects your frequency.
Yes.
So what do you got to say about that?
I mean, like diet. Woo. Like right now, I can speak for myself. Like right now, it's really, really hard for me to even like eat. You know what I mean? Like I eat. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy myself because of the experience, but I still watch my intake. I watch who cook my food. I watch where I go. I don't go to fast foods just because.
Right.
But your diet, it not only affects your frequency, but it affects the energy you putting off.
Yes, definitely. And I 1,000% agree with that. Bree, are you okay? Because you bluffering over there.
Yeah, she over there froze.
Yeah, she's buffering.
That's fine. That's good.
But hey, it's perfect because she's smiling in her buffer. Oh wait, it changed.
Yeah.
Hey, Bree, can you hear us now?
No, she's buffering again.
It's cool. She'll join in when she can.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, she'll be back.
Exactly. And she was discussing the whole diet thing and how she said she just felt like, she was a lot lighter, like she could do, projection, and she could do a lot more spiritual things. Okay, she left, but I have to bring her back up. But she was telling us how she could do a lot of spiritual things, and like it was a lot easier because like she was eating like a raw plant-based diet.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody has tried.
Traveling.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody's actually tried a raw plant-based diet before.
No.
No, I haven't gone that far. That's been a bit much for me. But
it's hard.
I mean, I would if I was to do that, that would be something I would do at intervals, not like a complete change and only do that. I would probably do it like for like a month at a time, or you know what I'm saying, like have a fasting period where that's all I'm eating, or that's
Right.
You know what I'm saying.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought I could do it for a while, but the thing is that I'm also here. I know I didn't discuss this, but I'm also here to be grounded in my body, just like Brianna said. So I find it necessary to eat some heavy food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, I am very vegan, and I do eat, mostly. I wouldn't say mostly raw, but like I don't eat a lot of stuff that a lot of normal vegans eat, And I've been telling people, just because you vegan don't mean that you can't gain weight. I know some fat ass vegans out there who, they vegan, but they still, you know what I mean? Like they eat vegan friendly products and think that they doing something. You know what I mean?
No, no, that's not how it works. You gotta look back at that label, read them ingredients.
And see, that's something I feel like, I mean, I don't say I'm vegan. I don't say I'm vegan. I don't say I'm vegetarian. I don't say I'm anything. I just watch what I put in my body. I feel like that's the best way to explain it, because it's like as soon as you say you're vegan or something,
there's an implication.
It's an implication, and somebody always like wants to not only judge you, but it as for yourself, it's like it's so hard because everything is tainted. Everything is tainted. Like
exactly, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but when it comes down to like food and stuff, like
well,
GMOs and like
I'm back.
Oh hey, what's up? We lost you for a while.
Yeah, my bad. I got a show to do too.
I lost you for a minute, Bree.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. But
So
yeah, Snap. Like we were just discussing, we were finishing up, like, the food thing and reading labels and things like that. So do you read labels and stuff?
No.
no, not like I used to.
Okay, like, do you read ingredients, or like, do you look in the back of the products and be like, I wonder what's in this?
No, not very often. Like, for the most part, I know that, like, I would say 98% of anything boxed and canned and whatnot has some type of bullshit in it. So I've just accepted the fact that there's, like, bullshit in everything that's not fresh.
Right.
And fresh fruit is still, tainted. But I do think that our minds can be more powerful than what we put in our bodies.
I also agree with that. And my sister has been preaching that to me a lot heavily, especially over the past couple of weeks. It's like, regardless of what you put in your body, your mind can overpower that. If you believe, it's like I was saying earlier, if you believe that your mind could overpower it, then it can. Like, you can't allow yourself to be pit back by the things that the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, whatever they want to call themselves, put into our stuff. They're literally putting drugs into our food and passing it off as ingredients.
And you got to,
because essentially that's what they are. But
they approve. Right. The FDA approves cigarettes. I mean,
right? Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So, like, y'all believe that you can heal yourselves through food and through your own mind.
Yeah.
You said what?
Okay. Definitely, bro.
Yeah, I definitely do. And I believe everything that Dr. Sebi and Dr. Layla Africa was telling us.
Dr. Sebi, yes, definitely, a big follower of him. Dr. Sebi, he be spitting some facts, and everybody's always, not everybody, but I'm talking about, like, the government and shit. They're always trying to downplay what he knows and what he does, because you know what they do with these holistic doctors and shit? They see these people as competition, the medical industry.
They see them as more than competition, my brother.
Yeah, exactly. It's like two people. It's like two different people selling the same drug on the same block. That's how people look at.
It's a threat. They are a threat to their livelihood. They are a threat to the livelihood of big pharma and the pharmaceutical company, and people saying, "Oh, well, I can't heal myself without these particular pills or these particular drugs," and that's not true.
Right. Exactly. And people have been taught. If you're sick, go to the doctor, get a pill. You have ADHD, go to the doctor, get a pill. Like, we have been programmed to go get it, because the thing is that I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, and they tried to prescribe me all of these things, like, Xanax, and they tried to prescribe me Prozac at one point. And the thing was that I couldn't keep those pills because unfortunately I have some people who either take those pills or sell those pills around me at the time, so it's not like I could take a lot of them, but still,
right.
When I did take the pills, like, all they did was make me drowsy. Like, I was sleepy all the time and moody all the time,
Right.
Like, I just wanted to do and take something without,
Well, like,
side effects. Yeah, what's going on, Bree?
taking a drug counteracts another drug doesn't work. It's really just drugs that are in the water and everything else, right? A drug is just the body. So when we're constantly putting foreign cells to our body, and then we're trying to fight off foreign cells with more foreign cells, it's just making the human bodies evolve into something else.
Right, exactly. And so, what do you think, Snap? Like, what do you think of the whole drug thing?
I mean, I agree with all y'all, for real. Because at the end of the day, it's literally what you tell yourself. You tell your cells. You have over 3 million cells in your body. And as soon as you tell yourself you're sick, your cells literally react that way. So it's, I mean, don't get me wrong. Now, I mean, no, I don't agree with drugs, bro. Not pills. I don't agree. I don't agree with pills. I just don't like the idea of people tricking themselves to fix themselves. And
Okay.
like that's like schizophrenic, what else is it? Bipolar. Like all these disorders are covered. I feel like I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna say all these disorders are more so they're traits. They're traits of yourself trying to tell yourself something. And if you pay attention, you can really learn something from being schizophrenic or being bipolar or even anxiety. If you're getting bad anxiety, it's because you're around some badass energy. So just, I mean, I don't agree with pills. Like, I don't. I'll
Definitely.
yeah. But I
Yeah,
definitely agree with y'all saying because it's
too.
the same thing. I mean, it's really like it's the same thing.
Yes, it is. And like, so do you guys agree with the vaccine? Like, have y'all gotten it, or do y'all want to get it, or are y'all like, I'm good on
What the
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 vaccine?
vaccine, the jab.
uh,
I will say I'm gonna say I personally I don't believe it. I'm not gonna get it. I believe it for me. I believe if I took it, that then I would die. And that's
Oh
not
wow.
saying that's not saying because of my mindset, but I have a thyroid condition, and so I already have an autoimmune issue, and I know that shit is fucking with people with autoimmune issues. So
Yeah.
I'm not messing with it. But I'm not gonna tell nobody to not go get it. If you feel like it's something that you need to do in order to live, it's like Bree was saying,
he said in order
and
to
I
live.
was yeah, it's a mind over matter thing for most people, especially if you're in 100% health and you feel like it's something that's gonna help you to move forward, or you wanna, go ahead. If you trust the government to put a cocktail into your body, then that's on y'all. For me, I'm good. I, I feel like the United States has a bad history of doing things to its citizens,
Yeah.
in the name of
Fear.
health. Yeah, especially in the name of fear. Um,
And,
so yeah, I don't
oh,
agree with what's happening.
Yeah. Okay. So
But yeah.
definitely. So Bree, do you have anything to add to that? I'm sorry, Bree, I
Oh
can't
yeah,
hear
I'm
you.
gonna pass for sure. I don't really have any like extra thoughts on it.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh, it's
How about now?
lagging.
Yeah, you're lagging. Like we're getting your replies real
Okay.
late.
Anyway,
But
I was
yeah,
saying that I'm gonna pass for sure. Yeah, I know. My internet is not.
yeah. She said she gonna
I'm just gonna
pass
keep
on
talking.
it.
So what I'm saying is that I'm definitely passing on that shit for all the
Yeah, like she's like, I'm
swiping
good.
left or whatever on the vaccine.
Okay.
Bye bye. And I'm just
I
moving
like
on.
how she said
That's it.
it.
I'm gonna
Swipe
move
it
on.
left.
There is a life out there without it.
Yes, definitely, definitely. So snap. What about you?
yeah, I'm not. I don't trust those people. I know they up to something.
They'll say it's something.
They up to
Right,
something.
exactly, and I 1,000% agree with
Yeah,
that. And the thing is, me
yeah.
personally, I have not taken it yet because, like I said, I do believe that you can heal yourself for one, and for two, I don't want to fall into the fear narrative that they want us to fall into, and they're trying to, pit the vaxxers and the non-vaxxers against each other. It's just another divide and conquer strategy to keep
Hmm.
themselves up. You know what I mean?
It's
So
always,
like
always.
that's all it is. Like, politician, religion, they want to keep us fighting amongst each other so that we're too distracted to fight them.
Mhm.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like all of this vaccine shit is just a diversion to keep people to give themselves more power. Actually, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing them trying to silence people like us for good.
Mm-hmm.
And they're using this whole COVID fear thing to like, to make an excuse to put in these new laws and these new censorships and shit so that they can monitor, so they can more closely monitor what you're saying. They're already doing it. Like they're already, flagging people's posts and taking them down and taking people off Instagram because they're speaking out. They don't want any opposition. Any opposition to them, they're an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Megan McGlover. She just got banned from TikTok for going in on Biden. They banned her on TikTok. So like, yeah, they banning everybody get banned. They banned what brother Rizza Islam. They banned 4 of his accounts.
Damn.
Over the past year, every time they ban his account, he creates a new one. Gets like 100,000 followers within a couple of weeks. Spits his game. They take him off. They cancel him.
That's some sad. That's sad,
crazy,
bro. That's some sad
it's
shit.
Crazy.
Bree's connection died again. But that is some crazy shit, man. And the thing is, like I said, they want to censor us and they want to monitor what we're saying because they want it. Because if anybody has any opposition, they lose control. As long as they have the majority, they're good. But people don't realize what mass manifestation is and what self-fulfilling prophecy is. If a majority of us fall into a similar frequency, Bree, hello, nice to join us again. But what I was saying is that, it's called mass manifestation. So if we are all vibrating at a similar frequency, or if a majority of us is vibrating at a similar frequency, that we're going to attract as a world. We're going to manifest as a world. We don't realize that when we are, putting all of this attention into, I won't even say it because I don't want to, put that energy into this podcast, but when we are putting all of our attention into this thing that they're doing, locking us up and stuff like that and putting us in quarantine and shit, and putting all of this fear into our minds and into our bodies, we are in turn making ourselves, like our immune systems and stuff, weaker in turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they want that shit to happen.
Of course they do, man. I mean, like all of this is happening because particular people in power with lots of money,
yes,
with the last name that rhymes with Fates.
I will be honest with you, man. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
You good, bro. You good.
Hi.
Whoa, Aaron Arson.
Right.
Not very
Damn.
nice.
Yeah,
Very. Hey, I'm just saying. If Bree is looking like a baked potato, she's looking like a very delicious baked potato. You look great. Fantastic. Very fantastic.
Right, exactly. But I want to get back into the discussion of the whole mass manifestation thing, and also you guys got to realize the government, the media, and the media, and the medical industry are just 3 heads on the same snake.
Oh man, yeah. Leviathan.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. They're all interconnected with each other, and the 3 of them are the big 3. The big 3 is what I call them. Is what's running this country into the ground, and people don't realize that we are continuously shooting ourselves in the foot when we continue to listen to these people. You ask a person, who's been watching CNN religiously after a few weeks, how do they feel? And I bet you they don't feel that good.
Yeah, because CNN is pumping nothing but fear.
Yep. And then the commercials, and then the commercials, go eat McDonald's, go eat Burger King, go eat,
right. Go
take your vaccine.
Yeah.
Go
COVID.
drink
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
It's the COVID vaccine. COVID vaccine. Hey, go get some McDonald's. We got a brand new deal.
Right. Exactly. Like go try some frosted chemicals. I meant flakes. You know what I mean, bro? Like
Dude, yeah. I mean, that's crazy because like they're getting mass lawsuits, like serial lawsuits right now.
Serial lawsuits? What?
Bro, yeah, people getting paid like off of civil cases from Serial because these cereal companies, or rather Kellogg's, because they're the main one.
Yeah.
Like whatever they put in the cereal, and has been messing kids up for years. It's probably over sugarified and all that extra sugar in there.
Yep.
And whatever else they put in there.
Whatever.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
But hey, I tell you right now, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It's yes. Preach. They need to hear it.
Yep, as kids, like they programmed us as kids, like when you watch them Nickelodeon shows and stuff, like, you know, the two most common things that you see on there when they're advertising breakfast food is cereal and Pop-Tarts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they put in cereal and Pop-Tarts?
What?
You know, they're putting all types of stuff in there, like they have rat poison and shit in cereal now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I think that's what the lawsuit was about.
Yeah, man.
It's a rat poison.
Yeah, exactly. Like they put, and then the thing is that, you know, they're telling us like all of this stuff is good for you and like follow the food pyramid. You know what I'm saying? Like follow the misleading ass food pyramid and stuff.
Exactly.
Like
you know, the food pyramid is upside down. Apparently, I heard that from somewhere. It might have been something on TikTok. But apparently, the food pyramid is supposed to be turned upside down. Like everything that's at the bottom should be at the top. Everything that's at the top should, because you have the protein, like all the meats at the bottom, and they're telling you this is the base, this is the most important thing, but it's really not the most important thing. It's, you know, the greens and the veggies is the most important thing. And like meat's not bad for you. It's just the kind of meat that you're eating, and the kind of meat that, like the kind of meat that I ate in 1996 when I was 7 years old is not the same shit.
They think, bruh, I ain't gonna lie. You gotta think. It's really like you gotta think. It's not enough clone. Man, come on. You can't clone that much. Man, we eating each other, bruh. We're eating each other, man. And people, like, I'm not really saying we are, but
I've heard of those theories before.
I've heard of those.
It don't make sense, man. It really don't make sense. Nothing makes sense. If you really think about it, it don't make sense. That's why.
Right. And I have a question for y'all real quick, all right? So, like, when it comes down to meat, do you think it's hypocritical for a person to, you know, chastise somebody in China that eats a dog, you know what I mean? And they're eating a cow? Like, do you think that's hypocritical or no?
I do think it is hypocritical because an animal is an animal regardless. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to chastise them for eating the dog, they need to get chastised for eating the cow. Or just don't say shit because it's none of your business. Let them eat what they want to eat. Yeah, you know, exactly. They're overpopulated with dogs over there. Dogs get it on left and right.
Right, exactly.
So that's their business. I'm not gonna judge China, because if we judge China, next thing you know, this podcast is gonna get shut down.
No, fuck that. Fuck that shit. We can't even believe that. Like, people be like, oh, we can't speak the truth, or we gonna get, you know, cut off or whatever. Like, don't even, like, please. They want you to think that. They want you to think that.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
Talk about it.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? They actually only do that to their own citizens. So like they do that. Like if you're of Chinese descent and you say something and you're moved, like the dude from the Shang-Chi movie, he said something that China didn't agree with. He didn't say something against them. They just didn't agree with what he said. And now there's a big talk about the movie not being played over in China, even though it's a martial arts based movie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they do what they got to do to keep their power in power.
Yes, definitely. So, Bree, do you want to add anything to this?
Yeah, I would just talk about fish for 1 second, because we eat fish and we domesticate fish. So if we fish, I don't see why we can't do it to dogs. Although I don't know if I'd want to, but like, I'm not mad at anyone. Okay? If I was hungry, I would taste a dog. Like, I tasted octopus and I was super against that, but I would taste a dog. I wouldn't kill it myself, but like if somebody saw that.
I understand. Yeah, the thing is that, you know, we was raised on cow. You know what I mean? We was raised on cow. That you good, bro. We was raised on cow, and we was raised on pig, and we was raised on chicken. You know? And there are probably some countries that may look at us the same way we would look, the same way some of us would look at China for eating dogs and wearing dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like some of us would be like, you eat fucking cow, really?
That's how people in the people in India, they'll be like, you're eating a cow? It is a sacred holy animal in India to eat cow.
Yes.
They trip out on you. You better not kill their cattle. They're gonna come through with Shiva. Multiple arms, swords.
They probably think that we sick for that, for like, you know what I mean, for eating cows and shit. But like,
you know what? I will say this. I know there's some that come here and they do eat cow because they want hamburgers.
Right, exactly. Wait, so like, are you like, you're just not, you don't eat any meat at all right now? Like, you're vegan right now?
Yeah, right now I'm vegan. I ain't doing. Well, I'm vegetarian because like I'll still eat like French toast. I still like, you know what I'm saying, certain things that have egg. I just won't eat eggs by itself. But I'll eat like pastries. I'll eat French toast. I'll eat like I had apple cobbler earlier.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Like me personally, hey, what up, Snap? Welcome back.
Thank you, bro.
Me personally, for the most part, like I'm very, very vegan for the most part. Like I'd say once in a while I might eat a dessert that's vegetarian, but like for the very, like for example, like I'm a fool for Krispy Kreme donuts. Like I would probably stab somebody in the face for Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm pretty sure, nothing against anyone that does this particular drug, but I swear they put crack in the Krispy Kreme donuts, bro. They do. They have to. They putting something addictive in them donuts, son. They're not normal donuts. Especially if they're fresh. You get them fresh, 5 a.m.
He said 5 a.m.
Exactly. But, you know, other than that, I do keep it, you know, pretty strictly vegan. Like, I have only plant-based stuff in my house. When I go out to eat, I only go to, like, plant-based foods and plant-based restaurants and stuff like that. It's just like, once in a while, I might want a donut or a cookie that might be vegetarian. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like other than that, like I'm pretty good with my diet, you know. And no offense to myself, but I have kind of a slow metabolism. Like my body is built, the way that my body is built, the way my metabolism is built, I am built to be fat. Like I am, like my genetics, like I am like, you know, my genetics want me to be, you know, it's that's why it's so easy for me to gain weight, because my body is built to store fat, to be a fat person.
Yeah.
Like if
I think she said y'all's energy bro. Oh, hey, I want to give a shout out to my pops too. My pops is on there. He said something about sugar. I don't know what you're saying, Dad, but what's
up? He probably talking about the donuts and the sugar.
Probably. Oh yeah, he probably. That's exactly. Say thank you. See, Snap is on it. Snap is on it, Dad.
And I will say this real quick, like, you know, are y'all on Wi-Fi or y'all on regular phone internet?
Oh, I'm on Wi-Fi. Look, I pay for Wi-Fi at my house because I'm a gamer, so yeah. I got that good.
I got Wi-Fi, so my shit should already automatically connect. But it's like it's been crazy. It's been a crazy day, as you see. I'm late.
Right, exactly.
And I'm still late.
And you still late. Yeah. He's on island people time.
But look, I wanted to say something though, because I don't even want to say I don't want to say I even went vegan, because I didn't go vegan like for a whole year. Man, I didn't eat, like, bruh, I literally didn't eat shit. But I lost like 50 pounds. My whole family and everybody thought I was crazy. But they thought I was crazy. But it was really like, I didn't want it, bro. Like, I didn't want it. You feel me? After learning what I learned and understanding, I'm like, damn, I don't want it. And then my body developed, like, it adapted to it. And then my whole skin changed. Like, man. But now, bro, like, don't get me wrong, I watch what I eat. But I experience, bro. Because you got to understand that I mean, at the end of the day, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And if you don't have your human experience, it's going to be hard for you to understand your spiritual journey. So you got to experience. She be astral projecting?
Yeah, she was talking about that
about
when she was on her when she was talking about it when she was talking about when she was a raw vegan, she was eating fruits, veggies, and nuts, almonds and whatnot.
Yeah.
And yeah, she said she would be constantly astral projecting or just astral traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
said her frequency,
yeah. And see, that does. I was reading a book on it. I'm not even gonna speak on it because I mean I'm not that seasoned on astral projecting, but I'm on it. I'm on it. And like Jerusalem,
Yes, sir.
like you said, bro, it's about what you know. It's about what you tell yourself. Because I was conscious of myself leaving my body, and it was crazy. It was so crazy because bro. You remember I was telling you that that's what I've been working on.
Right.
But like it's so much like that diet will really help because it cleanses. You don't hold as much bad energy, you know what I mean? You don't hold as much bad because it weighs your spirit down and it attaches your spirit to your soma, your body, basically, you feel me?
Yes, that's true. That's definitely
facts.
true.
That's
Yes.
facts.
And I've had only a couple in my life, and that was unexpected because I didn't try to have them.
Yeah.
And I noticed something.
Right.
I noticed that it's weird, but when my anxiety, because I told you I have anxiety disorder. So like when it's at its peak, for some strange reason, my projection experiences increased significantly. Like I remember the other night, I had a panic attack and could barely sleep. And I finally was able to get myself to sleep, and like I went into that phase right before you leave your body,
the vibrational state.
Yeah, the vibrational state. Like every time, like it's at its peak, like I go into the vibrational state for some reason, and like I be this close. You know what I'm
telling
saying?
you, what we need to do. I'm gonna tell you, this is what we all need to do. With us being this aware and conscious, we just need to literally oh my goodness. Hold on, is you in Arizona?
Yeah, I'm in
Jerusalem.
Phoenix. Remember?
Yeah, I know you are.
I'm in Vegas.
Well, damn. Well, it don't matter. But that's still. I mean, you'll be the hour behind. But long story short is, we can literally experience each other outside of our bodies. Like this is it's so real. People are missing out on so much experience because the lack of information, and it's just that. It's literally just that, the lack of information. I had somebody tell me, I have a lot of people. I'll be like, oh, I'm trying to astral project. I mean, when I'm talking to close people that I'm close with, they immediately be like, oh, what? And it's like, damn, it's not that bad. You feel me? Now, if you think it's that bad, it's going to be that bad when you go.
Yes.
But
yes, exactly. They'd be like, that's the work of the devil. Don't do it because this is gonna happen. I'm like, yo, but if you put yourself in that frequency, in that vibrational state, you're going to see shadow beings, and you're going to see low vibrational beings who's going to who's going to literally eat off your energy. Like they feed off your energy, literally.
They feed off.
You got to be able. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm listening. My bad, bro. I'm listening.
Yeah. Your frequency has to be high enough where those low vibrational beings can't mess with you, because otherwise they will. You ever I recently had to get a evaluation from a therapist, and it's like they ask you some interesting questions like, do you see shadows, or do you think that they say, do you think that you see shadows, or however they word it, the way that they word that shit, it's like, it's basically making you think, oh, if I tell them yes, then they're gonna think that there's something wrong with me, right?
So they be gaslighting.
Yeah, right. So they're basically gaslighting you, and they're trying to guilt you into saying whatever the case. And like, let's say you do see low vibrational shadow beings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you do tell them that. Now they think that there's something wrong with you. And they're going to start prescribing you with pills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you know what I mean? And that's the thing, is that they are tuned in, they are programmed into doing that, because they are, they go by traditional medicine, and they go by, and they go by whatever the government and whatever the, the state government or the federal government tells them to do. They're following those regulations, and they are, in my opinion, low vibrational regulation,
Yeah.
And like, well, for example, if you got cancer, the first thing they're gonna tell you to do is get chemotherapy.
That's craziness.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy. Yeah.
And that is some crazy shit. They're gonna tell you, put this and I did my research. Chemo is literally a poison, a very deadly poison, and they want you to put this very deadly poison into your body.
Into your body.
Exactly.
To try to kill cells that are radically outgrowing.
Yeah, but they
But
kill both good cells and bad cells.
exactly, it kills all the cells. It doesn't target.
It don't target, and the thing is that people have to realize, there's alternatives than watching your hair fall out and getting sicker. You can, you can switch to a raw plant-based diet until your cancer is healed, and some people don't have the discipline to do that.
Well, it also depends on how far along, what stage you're into. Like, if you're all the way in like stage 4, then you've already gotten past the point where you can do something for your body. There's so many of the bad cells that have taken over the good cells that it's like it's really detrimental.
It's kind of too late at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's like you really got to catch it at an early point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Before it gets
exactly.
too bad.
Yeah, exactly. And most people don't be doing that shit. Like, they don't try to catch that shit early. And the sadder part is that once you get to stage 4 and you think, and you've been eating and putting all this poison to your body your whole life, that's when you're like, man, I should have did something. But now you're at a point where your life is now over.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where your life is getting to the point where there isn't really much that you can actually do to better it. But just better it for the rest of it. For whatever you have left, is try to make the best of it. You know what I'm saying?
At that point, you about to be gone. So, I wouldn't just straight up flat out say like there's no hope for those people. But at the same time, if you want me to be realistic with you, stage 4,
Right.
stage 4, like, you can do all the healing and stuff that you want, but people got to realize that we live in a low vibrational world and low vibrational dimension, which means that even though we do manifest and attract what we are, it comes at kind of a slow pace because of this vibrational world, that it has to pass through the frequency first before it gets
they
you know what I mean? It's like ordering something off of Amazon. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
it's like ordering something off of Amazon and then pressing cancel order right before it's about to get to you. And people cancel their own blessings that way. You know what I mean? Like, they'll order something really good into their life, cancel order. You know what I mean? Because of how their subconscious mind is sabotaging. And that's the thing, man, is that, we have to fix that part of ourselves. We have to fix our subconscious mind. And we have to focus on what we have to be very weird. And the thing is that law of attraction, to me, is a secondary law. Okay? Think of it like this. Law of attraction, and I don't know what y'all will think of this analogy, but like, law of attraction is like, it's number 2. Vibration is number 1. Law of vibration is number 1. Watching, your overall vibrational frequency, raise that. You know what I'm saying? And then law of attraction, and then, law of action, taking action on your goals, and not just, sitting there. It's like, let me put it this way. You asked for, I saw this post somewhere, but they said you asked for a Thanksgiving dinner, right? So then, God will give you all of the ingredients and will give you all of the tools to fix it. and you know, you sit there and you be like, I asked for it dinner. I asked for Thanksgiving dinner. I didn't ask for
Right. But you got all the ingredients. You need to cook that shit.
Mhm.
this.
You
Exactly.
better get in the kitchen and get the chef. And that's the thing, man. Especially with attraction or manifestation, whatever you want to, whichever term you want to use, right? If you ask for something, you know, it's like you said, the Most High is going to bring it to you in whatever form the Most High is going to bring it to you. You have to figure out how to take that form and make it into what you want. You know what I'm saying? You better figure out how to take that lemon and make lemonade, because
Mhm.
that's essentially what the Most High is gonna give you. You're gonna get lemons. They ain't gonna do it for you. You gotta do some work. You
Yes.
put the work in, you're gonna get the reward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I just want to add to what you're saying, because people don't, like you said, they misunderstand it. And like I said, I go back to this, and I might write something on it, because the Most High, He'll give us lemons for us to make lemonade, and it's like, He don't give it to us for us to work. He don't give it to us for, like, oh, no, I'm going to let you do it. No, He wants us to have the experience, so we can have the growth as a spiritual being. You feel me? Everything is preparing us literally for our spirit. Everything we go through is preparing our spirit, because like, oh man, yes. Let me not.
What do you mean let you
Ooh,
not? You good, bro,
yeah,
yeah, man.
I
Real
be getting
quick,
too
I just want to
excited,
say.
man.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't judge yourself like that. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
please. That means you're raising us up to your frequency.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And one thing I do want to say is, unfortunately, we only have a few more minutes left for the discussion. But I do want to bring. Does anybody want to bring up one last topic that we could discuss over real quick?
Um, have y'all talked
What's
about
up?
perception?
Nah.
Oh, perception. No, we
Perception.
haven't. That's important. Start it off, brother.
Well, like, perception is is a it's a good and a bad thing, because a lot of people a lot of people hold on, let me park.
You good?
So perception is like a lot of people overlook it. They mistake it for judging, and it's a lot deeper than that, because like, people perceive only what they know. They're not allowed to perceive nothing else until they, here go that word again, until they experience something else. You know what I mean? And like, that can have a overall effect on not just your vibration, not just your energy, but literally, like, your outcome as a being. If you can't up your perception and your perspective, it's gonna be really, really hard to change your vibration, because you got to see it. You not only got to see good, but you have to see past the bull. Like, you got to see
Mm-hmm.
past the bull.
Facts.
And I'm
Yeah.
talking to myself too. I'm talking to myself right now, because like, it's something I have to remind myself. Like, man, I got so many people. They have no idea what's going on with my life. They think that my shit is on crash course. But in reality, my shit is going exactly how it's planned. Like, because it's not my plan. It's not my plan. I'm just following the script according. I'm feeling emotions, and I'm seeing my thoughts.
I get it. Hey, yo, bro. You went silent on us, bro. We can't hear
Yeah,
you.
the sound went
Yeah,
out.
I can
Yeah,
hear you
there you
now.
go.
Yeah, somebody calling me, man. I ain't
You
answering.
good?
Yeah, I ain't gonna answer.
You good,
Um,
bro. You good. But that's great, man. That's definitely great. So, is there something you want to
yeah.
add to it, Jerusalem?
Uh, really, I, he kind of said it all, man. It was really perfect what he said. I guess the only thing that I can add, everyone has their own view or their own perception, so it's just it's as you're saying, like, no one knows what you're going through, no one knows what you're perceiving in life, no one
Yeah.
knows, you know, your viewpoint. So essentially, like, even when people are going through their own issues and people want to come and judge them, like, man, this is you're giving me your perception from outside of my world, from outside of my viewpoint. I understand what you're seeing. Now let me explain to you what I'm going through. So hopefully either you can help me or you can just understand where I'm coming from. You know, if
Yes.
you have something to
Yes.
help me with, then
Yes. Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
But if not,
Exactly.
then then let's not worry about it. Or maybe you can point me towards somebody that can, if you feel like you have some kind of information for me that can help me out in my journey. But it's everyone's own perception. It brings what they need to their life, right? So it's your perception is your manifestation, but you have to live through it and you have to
Yes.
really try to understand it because
Yes.
just being there and not doing something about the lessons that you're given, you're just gonna continue to repeat
That was my
whatever it
bad,
is
y'all.
that
That
you're
was
going
dirty.
through.
That was dirty.
No, you good. No, you good. That's
Yeah.
facts, Jerusalem. Thank you for that, man.
That is
Yeah,
that was well put, bro.
thank you, sir.
Yes, definitely,
That was well
definitely,
put.
bro. Yes, when we all have our different perspectives on everything,
How do you feel
like
about that, bro?
the whole
Yeah, how do
perspective
you
thing
feel?
and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, me personally, when it comes down to perspectives and things like that, I believe that everybody has their own perspective because we were all raised differently. We were all raised in different environments. We all have our
Exactly.
different experiences, so we all have our different perspectives on life. Of course, you know what I mean. Not one
Exactly.
person thinks the same. You got two siblings that grew up in the same household. Their perceptions are going to be completely different from each other.
Yeah, like
Um,
twins.
yeah, you can have twin. No, literally, you can have twins, and their perception on life could be completely different from each other.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we all have our different perspectives. But the thing is that even though we have our different perspectives, some people don't question those perspectives when they get older. Like
Mm.
they hold on to those same religious beliefs and those same toxic beliefs that they had when they were kids and things like that. You know,
Mm.
and they take it on with them into their adulthood. And the
Yes.
thing is that the problem is that a lot of us don't critically think. A lot of us
Mm.
don't question the way that we was raised. A lot of us don't question our religion, and that's why a lot of people, they grew up Christian and then as an adult they're still Christian. There's nothing wrong with religion at all, you know what I'm saying? But
At
what
all.
I'm saying is that no, not at all. But what I'm saying is that if you have questions and if you're starting to lean more towards something else, like if you're starting to lean more towards Islam, if you're starting to lean more towards being a Buddhist, or if you're starting to lean more towards spirituality, like you said, or even if you're leaning towards being an atheist, like it's okay to have those thoughts and it's okay to do your own research and it's okay to convert if you feel like you no longer relate to what your old perspective was, you know?
Right.
And
Yeah.
and the thing is that, like I said, perspective, of course, subconsciously change throughout our lives, but at the same time, there's certain programs that we have that don't change unless we really want them to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
So,
want to add
that's
to
my
that.
take on the whole perspective thing.
I want to add to that. I'm gonna shout out Sun Moon Truth. If y'all have not watched her YouTube, check her out. She's amazing.
Okay.
But also, bro, and that's something like, that's why I try not to. I don't like talking, honestly. I don't like talking to people about spirituality. I don't like to, because, especially other spiritual people. I really gotta you really have to be cautious because everybody's in a different point in their journey. The more spiritual, the longer you're on your journey, the more you'll understand, the more you'll see. And then the more you see, the more you'll know that you don't fucking see. You know what I mean? Like, it's 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 a never ending cycle of learning and growth and perception, because there's always something else to learn. Like, there's always something else to
Yep.
learn. There's always, if you're not consistently trying to, honestly, you supposed to be the best you that you can be. You know what I mean? Like, And I understand that people say, oh, killing the ego. I understand that, yes. But also understand the ego. First, understand the ego, because the ego is not meant to be killed. It's meant to learn from. You're supposed to watch your ego and watch your thoughts and learn from it. People are mostly reflections of their self. You can't perceive anything. So a lot of the stuff that people say out their mouth is literally it's their mind. It's them. I ask people this question all the time. I say, are you looking out your eyes, or are your eyes looking out of you?
Facts. I love that. Wow, man. That's dope. That's dope.
I'm still trying to I'm still trying to process that.
Bars right there.
I'm still trying to process what you just said. Hold on.
And what I really mean is, like, once you realize that this life outside of you, the life outside of you is only a reflection of what's inside of you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying anybody did anything to fuck their life up or nothing like that. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm talking about your take. If you're like, oh, she's evil, oh, she's mean, oh, she's disgusting, it's because those things are inside of you. You know what I mean? Like me. Whatever I say and you know what I mean? It's because it's inside of me. You know what I mean? And I got to take responsibility for that, to grow, to change my perspective, and to up my vibration. Like, I understand that I'm looking out of my eyes. My eyes ain't looking out of me.
Exactly.
Definitely, bro. When it comes down to that, when you said projecting, I definitely agree with that. Like, whatever that you hate on the outside is because you hate that part of yourself on the inside. So, I definitely agree with that. Like, do y'all agree, like, if a person is, like, for example, like a homophobe or something, like, you think that they're fighting themselves, like fighting their own sexuality, for example?
I think in a sense they might be, because it's something that it's a fear for them. Yeah, it's a fear for them. You know what I'm saying? They don't. It could be that they don't want to turn out that way, or they don't want to experience it, and then all of a sudden they now like it, and then they're afraid of this thing that they like, that they thought that they would never. You know what I'm saying? That they were completely against. So I think it definitely has to do with how they feel about themselves.
Yeah, exactly. And when a person, and not just, sexuality, when a person, picks out something else on somebody else, like, they're so conceited, they're so evil, they're so this, they're so that. And you got to realize that there's a part of you inside of you that's like that also. You know what I'm saying? That person is simply showing you, what is already inside of yourself that you have to work on,
Yeah.
And exactly, or something that you have to embrace. And like you said about ego death, I definitely agree with the whole ego death thing, because, a lot of people in the spiritual community, they demonize the ego. They make it seem like the ego is the devil itself,
Yeah.
And really, the ego, you got to realize you need a tiny bit you need some type of ego to have some type of confidence, things like that, like you kind of need the ego a little bit, But it's just that it's an overabundance of the ego is when it becomes an issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When that ego becomes toxic, and, like, like the old saying goes, they said the good wolf and the bad wolf and is inside of you, and whatever wolf you feed is whatever wolf is going to grow. So, like, if you keep feeding that ego, you know what I'm saying? Like, instead of good wolf, bad wolf, I'm going to say ego and higher self. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, ego and higher self, neither one of them are evil,
Right.
They just are. And whatever that you feed, and whichever one you feed is the one that's going to grow. Is whatever's going to grow.
I love that.
I'm sorry, bro. Your sound went out again.
I'm gonna have to get off. I'm gonna have to get off in a minute, because I have to answer these calls.
Oh no, you good, bro. Like I said, we had
Yeah,
a
you
good time
go.
here. So
I was
like I
agreeing
said,
with you
whenever you
though.
have to
Yeah.
go, don't feel free.
Yeah, for sure. I was agreeing with you because, bro, like it like, oh my God, like it's just it is what it like. I'm in here turned. They look at me crazy, but it's just because this shit get me excited because this is real. This is what's real. Like, man, this is what's real. That's why I appreciate you. You too, Jerusalem. But I appreciate you, bro,
Oh, I
because,
appreciate you, bro.
bro, we just are. Our ego just is. Our life is just that. It's just that. So what you make it
Yep.
is what you make it, and it's just that. So, well, I probably sound crazy as fuck,
You don't sound
but I
crazy.
feel.
Like you
No,
gotta
bro.
like yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
because I
don't
know where
sound
I come
crazy.
from. I know where I come from, and
Right.
it's like, bro, like, oh my goodness, I get misunderstood all the time because of perspectives and perceptions. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
We understand.
And it's unfortunate.
Me too. I feel like we all get misunderstood.
Right. And I feel like, I was definitely, I guess, a misfit or outcast in my, in growing up and stuff like that. So, like, I completely understand what he's talking about, because there's a lot of people I can't have these conversations with because they wouldn't understand.
Yeah,
Right.
it'll be like,
A lot.
can you give me 1 second? Yeah, it'll
Thank
be
you,
like,
Sun Moon. Yes, yes, she talking to you, Snap. She said that no way, you got this. It's beautiful.
that's my dog. Y'all need to really go check out her YouTube. Subscribe to it. She's amazing. She's amazing. And
Definitely. I look forward to it.
Yeah, I
yeah,
just followed her now. Oh, what's up, cousin? My cousin just joined.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
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 My cousin,
All
my
right.
All right,
cousin
y'all.
joined.
I'm gonna get off. If y'all still on, I'm getting right back on because I gotta.
We about
I'm
to
about
get
to get
off
some
anyway
gas.
because we got to end the podcast. But
Yeah,
Oh
yeah, we
well
got
then I'm gonna just wait until we end it. You feel me? Might as well.
okay,
I'm
all
gonna just
right.
wait. I'll
Well,
sit in my car.
all right. So I will tell y'all. Feel free to follow each other. Feel free to follow Bree. I'll send y'all the link
Oh
to
yeah,
her
I'm about to go
IG.
follow her after.
I already
Yeah,
followed you,
definitely.
Jerusalem.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
followed you. I
definitely.
stalked your page.
Did you see his little drawings and stuff?
Yeah, man.
Uh,
Yeah, definitely, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad
yeah,
that we had
I
this
would
discussion.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Like,
Because I was afraid it
Absolutely.
wasn't gonna happen.
my bad,
Oh
man.
yeah, I'm glad that it happened. Don't worry, Snap. We were all late today, bro. We were all on Island People time, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We
everybody
was all
was
late.
late. Everybody was late. But me being a perfectionist I am, like I guess the perfectionist in me freaked out a little bit because like I told y'all before, I had a couple people
You got
come
to
in for
and
interviews on me. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
cancel on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like, it just sometimes I worry about stuff like that. Like I said, y'all gotta forgive me. I'm just a
Yeah.
perfectionist. That's all it is.
But look,
Yeah, no, you
don't
good.
worry, bro. Don't worry because if it's meant, it's already there for you. You see, we already tapped in, tuned in, like because
Yeah.
one, this is something we care about. I'm, bro, you. Woo, when it comes
Look,
to this, because it's important. People forget about
it
their
is.
spiritual development, man,
Yes.
and it has nothing to
Look,
do with religion.
at all. Look, there's something that I think about all the time, and just to end it on this positive note, or at least I hope it's positive for people. I always think about there's multiple paths that you can go down, but each path you've already lived that path, and it's up to you to catch up to it, right? So you have multiple lives that you have lived, and it's up to you which path you decide to take. You can take the easy path, you can take the hard path, but whatever path you choose, it's already written down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And whatever happens in that path, like you can make one decision and you can have multiple paths to take. But as long as you as long as you continue to keep the positive mindset, then you're always going to be steered. Your mind's going to steer you towards the positive path to go down. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's I feel like it kind of coincided with what Snap was saying, but definitely, man, yeah, you gotta you have to live your life. You got to be positive about whatever it is. And if you have some negative shit going on, live through it. You know what I'm saying? You have to live through it, experience it, and find the positive outlook in whatever it is that you was being taught. Because in which case, that's always what it's going to be. It's always a lesson.
Yes.
Say
Yes.
that. Say God. Gosh, that was bad, bro.
Amen.
Yes. I love that.
Definitely.
And see, that's
Yeah,
why I like
got it.
talking to, I just like talking to spiritual individuals. I like talking to people, individuals. I'm not even gonna say spirit. Anybody that embrace their individuality. I like talking to them because
Right.
the universe will speak through them.
Yes.
You just got to be
The
there for it.
universe will.
You got to be there for it.
100%.
And I'm glad I got a chance. I'm glad y'all was still on here, bro, because man, I be needing this, bro. Like I really be needing it, man. Just to listen.
Yes,
Like I love like
Just to listen, just to have some folks to talk to, you know what I'm saying, gain other perceptions, other opinions. I agree with that.
yes.
it
And
was
then
a
the
pleasure
thing is
meeting
that
you.
we can
He's
all
telling you to
learn.
do it again. Yeah. So he's
Oh,
telling you to do this
okay.
again. So,
Yes. Yes. You got me. Look. See?
yeah. Yeah.
Look at Steph.
Make it happen. And this time we're all gonna chip in on Bree's internet.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Hey,
no,
what's it over
you
here?
didn't
It's
say
called
that.
Cox.
Yeah,
Yes.
like
We
it's
good.
okay, because Bree's internet was working great. I think that when it was 4 people in the chat, that her
Yeah, I think
kind of just
that's what I really think it is it's because even though this is, I guess this system that Instagram has works with the multiple lives, with the multiple people on it.
it's
I think
flawed.
once you get to a certain amount of people, you know what I'm saying, they need to work out the kinks.
Yep, you gotta have magnificent, fantastical as internet for 4 people to be
Exactly.
on here is what I'm
Exactly.
realizing. But like I said, man, if y'all ever want to do this again, definitely hit me up. Next time, if I ever want to do this again, I might just do this on Zoom or something where we can have, multiple they freezing up.
That would be dope. Yeah, we could definitely have a little Zoom, or we can even do it on Clubhouse. Have a
Yeah.
Zoom and a Clubhouse
Yeah,
going at the same
the
time,
only,
something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely.
And I got an iPhone. If y'all are iPhone users, then
iPhone
we
user
can
here.
just
Yeah, I'm an
you
iPhone
iPhone
user.
user? I'm an iPhone user. Do
Do
you have an
iPhone?
iPhone?
No, yeah. I got an iPhone too. Sun Moon said tag her,
Okay, for sure.
Okay.
cause
Tag
yeah.
me.
So make sure you follow. Yeah, she wants to be in the next one. We gotta add her.
Okay,
She said
Sun Moon.
she said I'm going to be okay. Stay positive. I most definitely will, and I am.
Yes.
All right, Sun Moon, definitely follow the podcast, and I'll follow you right back. And if we ever do this again, we'll definitely invite you.
He's saying it like it's not gonna happen. He's
It's
doing it
definitely gonna
again.
happen.
Me,
Hey,
me, 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 and Snap already manifested it.
yes. I would
So how
love
about
to.
this? What I'm gonna do is on IG. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna make a group chat, and I'll put us in the group chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
that works.
And then we can if y'all ever want to come and say anything or anything like that, or if y'all want to plan any other video chats, or if y'all just want to just talk spiritual, or if you just want to just talk about how shitty your day was, you know what I mean? Like we'll just add each other to a group chat.
Yeah.
For sure.
And
Okay.
I'm down.
And I'll if Sun is down with it, I can add her too if she wants to.
Oh, I think she wants to be added. I feel the energy.
Okay. Definitely. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get up off this thing, and I want y'all to have a good one. And thank you guys so much for this
Oh,
spiritual chat, man.
she
Yes,
said
yes.
she'll bring her cards.
Thank you.
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
I want a reading.
I'm
She a
glad y'all
beast.
had a
Hey,
great time.
she's a beast.
Yes,
You're going to
I'll
feel
check
it.
her out.
absolutely,
I'll definitely check her
absolutely.
out. Y'all have a good one, okay?
All right,
All
y'all
right,
too.
Angel.
Thank you. I'm gonna call you in a minute, Sun Moon Truth.
All right. Deuces,
All right,
y'all.
y'all.
All right, y'all.